Good morning, everybody. Well, it's definitely not morning where I'm at. I just got off work, working on the old criminal right here. We got the motor back from the machine shop. It's all punched out. Super secret bore. Just doing some ring gapping right now. Got some badass pistons with some badass rods. They look like jewelry, right from Wiseco and Compstar Cali rods. Yeah, it's not that super secret. Should run really good. Yeah, well, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how to open up a ring gap. I don't know if you can see this. Let's try to get it a little better. Yeah, it's really hard to tell, but I don't know if you can see right here, there's a little dot. Well, that's an N. You got to know where your top and your bottom of your rings are, and also which one is your top and which one is your bottom of your ring. So basically what you're gonna do is you're just gonna pop in your ring. Sorry, it's a little harder with one hand. Like that. Then I go ahead, I'm just using my flat top pistons, and you just push them down, bring it back up, and you want to go ahead and get your feeler gauges out. And mine are a little off. These are actually Harbor Freight feeler gauges, 0.002 and 0.30 actually is making up a 0.031, which I could go ahead and show you guys that. Like I said, you just kind of check everything, make sure you're in right, but I doubt I haven't heard it too much, so let's see. Sorry, just trying to do all this so you guys can see it. See. So I mean, that's Harbor Freight style right there, but you know, it gets the job done. As long as you check your stuff, I mean, it'll be fine. They work really well. The 3 is actually on point. It's when you start getting a little thinner, this is where they have a little bit of issues. But, so if you can see this little bit of gap right here, that is your ring gap. And you just want to take your feeler gauge and try to get right in there. Let's see. And when you feel it slide in with just a little tiny bit of drag, you know you're right on point. Right now, my 3 slides in, my 1/1000th doesn't actually slide in right now, so I need to just take a little tiny bit more off of it. Sorry for the shaky video. Just a little hard with one hand. I figured I want to show you guys how to do this. So you want to watch out for that. Just a little bit of scratching, but it's not connected, so we're good. That's because I did it one hand. You definitely want to not do that in the future. But really, this is how I set up my ring grinder. I just hooked it right to my drill. Turns out real cheap. Put a socket on the end right here, and I can just go ahead and spin it. Actually works really well. Let's see if we could set this up for you guys so you can actually see me do it. So, how you end up wanting to do this, you want to make sure, like I said, oh, you can see that end now. Right here. That's the top of my ring. So you just want to make sure it's pushed forward, and you only want to do one side. I'm choosing the opposite side of the end, the N, and then you just bring it in like that. That's all you do. And then you just shave a little bit off at a time, and it becomes super awesome. So let's see if we get this set up for you. Sorry guys. So kind of more, hopefully you get the point of what's going on. Hey, look at that. That works out pretty good. So, alright, let's see. So I just hold it like this. You do this real loosely. I mean, you don't need a lot of pressure. You're just rotating this ring like this. That's it. So then, right there. Right on that ring. Sorry, I don't have no $9,000 camera or anything. This is just right off my phone, trying to show you guys. Bring it right back over the engine. There we go. And like I said, I just grabbed my piston, push it in. I'm gonna go down a little ways because sometimes the engine is tapered, and then you can see that gap. It's opening up a little bit. Still not quite there, just a little bit more. It's not going in yet. It's right on the verge of wanting to go in. So these are hardened rings. I'm just trying to be a lot more careful than I was last time. You know, I hate to scratch a motor just show people a YouTube video, but that would suck. Oh yeah, much better. So, well, we'll just come back over to my nifty little gadget again. Spin it. Oh. Sometimes it's doing this. I may need to do some Loctite. It's letting my wheel go. But I mean, you're spending very little money compared to expensive ones. did a motor like this once, so. You want to be careful, just take your time. See, with these, when you butt them up, they should close perfectly together, and that's what you're looking for. Make sure everything's clean. I'm going to set the phone down and drop it in. I already showed you guys a couple times how to do it. So get that piston ring in. Push it down and get that ring gap again. And get our feeler gauge. No, I don't think we're there just yet. Just right on that verge. It's sticking a little bit. I don't want it to be sticking a little bit, so I'm going to set this down, pull it out. Just do a little bit more. So it's a very long, tedious process, but doing it by hand is a whole lot longer as well, so this little mod seems to help. That I just bolt that sucker right into my bench. Go ahead. So you just want to I think I'm gonna have to Loctite this sucker. I'll do that after this video. Wasn't doing that last time, but that was over a year ago. So this will be the second rings I do in a year. You want to spin it, the wheel backwards as well, just so you know. That's what the instructions say. That's how all the machine shops do it. You want to spin that so the wheel is coming backwards on it. If you spin it forwards, it breaks the coating, from what they're saying. So, God dang it. Trust me, it does work. I'm just having a whole lot of issues. Said it needs some water tight. Because you're spinning it backwards on a normal size thread. So let's just try to get this done. You don't want to force anything. That's forward, that's backwards. So. Check it. See how they butt up perfectly? That's how you want it. So, that should be good. Butt up perfectly. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. If you take your time, I mean, I'm sure 90% of us watching this and doing this type of stuff, I mean, we're not professional machinists and all this. I mean, we're DIYers, so we do it ourselves and we figure it out. Sorry, I'm just gonna slap this ring in. And we try to save some money. At first, my engine machine shop wanted $2,300 to do all my rings and all my heads and everything that way, and I just couldn't do it. I mean, it's not for me. Oh, so yeah, I don't know if you can see that, but now I'm sliding in perfect. Still a little tiny bit tight. Pulled up my ring a little bit, so what I'm gonna end up doing is just shave it down just a little bit more. But as you can tell, that little mod, as long as you do it loosely and slowly, won't take off that much. But if you need to really kind of take a chunk off of it, you totally can. So, but that's the first part of this engine build. Get all my rings done. I got 15 more to go after this one, and should be rocking and rolling this year. We'll see what kind of power she puts down. We were about 800 last time. I'm gonna go ahead and change the 243 heads. I was running the 862 heads, and we'll do the 243 heads now. Bigger pistons, flat tops. Man, this thing should just be a monster. I'll expect to see that sucker on the streets. Full street car. Went ahead, I raced it at the No Prep Kings. That was alright. I needed a lot of safety equipment, so I went ahead and just bought it. I'm gonna go ahead and see about getting it back on the track, but it is a street car, running real wheels, everything, and we shall see you again. I hope you guys like this video. Hope it informs some of you on how to do it. For those who want to know what gap I'm gapping my top and bottom ring, go ahead and just ask me in the comments below. I'll go ahead and let you guys know. So subscribe for some new videos when I go ahead and put this sucker together.